New to Illustrator CS5, we have an Artboards panel, and it can provide you with a ton of functionality. So as you can see here, I have this word logo on my artboard. Let me go ahead and close this for now and just talk about what an artboard is first of all. Whenever you create a new document in Illustrator, the thing you see here that you draw in is your artboard. It's not really considered to be a page. And on the outside of each artboard, we have an area that we can use as a pasteboard or a little storage area. So let's say I want to just take this logo and put it over here for now and do something else. I can always come back and get this content and then drag it back where I wanted to put it. This is really handy when you want to experiment. So I'm going to go to my window menu and I'm going to get that Artboards panel back. And typically it lives right here by our layers panel. So what does this guy do for us? Well, we see that we have one artboard currently, and we have some controls when we have more artboards. We can move an artboard up or move it down in the stack, but as you can see by the icon, we can't do anything because we only have one artboard. So what I can do is I can create a brand new artboard. Click here, and now I have artboard 1 and artboard 2. You'll notice if you look carefully to the right, we can see the beginning of our second artboard. To get there, simply double click right here where it says Artboard 2. And now we're in Artboard 2 and we're back at Artboard 1 because I double click on the word Artboard 1. If I want to move Artboard 2 to the top of the stack, now this activates and I can click and now it lives at the top and I can move it down. I can also click and drag it to the top myself. If I want to delete this artboard, I simply click on it and click on the garbage can. Or, let me undo that, I can drag the artboard to the garbage can. So that's how you can do some very basic stuff with the artboards. But what the purpose of the artboard is really to give you a lot of flexibility. So you can have different things on artboards. You can do a whole stationery set. So on one you have your letterhead, on another one you have your business card, another one might just have the logo. Another one might have the envelope. And you can have these all in one document, which is very, very handy. Now I'm going to double click on this icon here. And as you can see, I can name the artboard if I want to. So I'll go ahead and call this logo. And by the way, if you really want to, you can simply click one time. Alright, so a lot of things you have to double click, but you can also click one time on this sheet here. And I can change my preset at any time as well. So let me go ahead and cancel that. And now I have logo. Now what I want to show you is a really cool trick. The trick is, what if I want to duplicate the contents of an artboard and have it on another artboard? Let's say, for example, you want to do a couple of versions of this logo, but you really like this one a lot. And you just want to play around with it. You want to change the colors, you want to change the font, but you still want to have the ability to have all the artboards available to you. Well, what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go where it says logo, click and hold my mouse down, and I'm going to drag this right into the create new artboard icon, and I've duplicated this. So let's go ahead and check it out. I'll double click right here, and now we're on the copy. So I'm going to click right here one time, and I'm going to name this logo version 2. I'll put V2. And then this one, I'm going to just go ahead and change this guy to blue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on logo, and now this one's red, this one's blue, and as you can see, very, very handy. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit as well. So I'm going to press on my keyboard Command Control and the minus key to zoom out, and I'm going to show you that I have both artboards right next to each other, which is really cool as well. Also, if you look down here in our document window, we have the ability to switch back and forth between the artboards using this little guy down here. So there's a lot of functionality in the Artboards panel. So once again, guys, get used to using this because at first it may not seem like a big deal, but if you do a lot of things like stationery, and if you do a lot of things like postcards, business cards, you'll really be able to have your client sit next to you and show them the differences between the versions very easily by simply clicking.